Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in. Today, we will be covering Britain's effort to attract Anthropic following tensions with the U.S. government, the GSA restoring Anthropic models to federal systems after a court injunction, OpenAI's acquisition of a tech media network, and new AI features coming to Windows 11 this month. Let's get into it. A significant geopolitical story is unfolding around Anthropic right now. Reuters reported on April 5th that the United Kingdom government is actively courting Anthropic to expand its operations in Britain. According to the report, British government proposals range from an office expansion in London to a potential dual stock listing. This courtship is happening against the backdrop of a major falling out between Anthropic and the U.S. government. Back in early March, the Pentagon formally designated Anthropic as a national security supply chain risk. That designation came after Anthropic refused to allow its Claude models to be used for domestic surveillance or autonomous weapons applications. A U.S. federal judge in the Northern District of California temporarily blocked that blacklist with a preliminary injunction on March 26th, but the damage to the relationship was already significant. Now, the UK appears ready to capitalize on that friction. Prime Minister Keir Starmer's office is reportedly supporting these discussions ahead of Anthropic CEO Dario Amadei's expected visit to London in late May. Britain is clearly positioning itself as a more welcoming regulatory environment for frontier AI companies, and the timing here is no accident. When one of the most capable AI labs in the world finds itself at odds with Washington, other governments see an opportunity to attract talent, investment, and influence. Closely related to that story, the U.S. General Services Administration, or GSA, announced on April 3rd that it is reversing its earlier removal of Anthropic from federal procurement systems. To give you the full timeline here, back on February 27th, the GSA had removed Anthropic from its platform and procurement schedule following a presidential directive. That meant federal agencies and contractors could no longer use Anthropic's technology through official government channels. But after that March 26th preliminary injunction from the court, the GSA had to walk it back. In their statement, the GSA said they are, quote, withdrawing this announcement and restoring Anthropic technology to the status quo in effect prior to February 27, 2026, end quote. So what this means in practical terms is that Anthropic's models are once again available in GSA chat and through the multiple award schedule, which is the procurement system federal contractors use. Government agencies and their contractors can resume integrations with Anthropic technology. This back and forth highlights just how volatile the intersection of government policy and AI procurement has become. Federal agencies that had been building on Anthropic's models were suddenly cut off in February, scrambled to find alternatives, and now have the green light to use them again. For competitors like OpenAI and xAI, who have their own Pentagon relationships, this creates an unpredictable competitive landscape in the government sector. Now shifting gears to OpenAI. The company made a notable move on April 3rd by acquiring TBPN, which stands for the Technology Business Programming Network. TBPN is a live video and audio business network that focuses on AI and technology news with daily live programming. This is a direct move into media by one of the most prominent AI companies in the world. Fidji Simo, OpenAI's CEO of applications, framed the acquisition as part of a broader communications strategy, saying, quote, we are not a typical company. We are driving a really big technological shift, end quote. CNN's Brian Stelter picked up on the strategic significance of this, noting that, quote, time and time again, pioneers of new platforms have also bought up content, end quote. OpenAI described the deal as aligned with its mission around artificial general intelligence and public understanding of that technology. This acquisition comes just weeks after OpenAI's major capital raise and corporate restructuring, so the company is clearly in an expansive phase. By owning a media property, OpenAI gains a direct channel to shape how the public and policymakers understand AI development. It is a vertical integration play, and it signals that the competition among frontier AI labs is no longer just about who has the best model. It is also about who controls the conversation around these technologies during a period of intense regulatory and public scrutiny. And finally, Microsoft detailed new features arriving in the April 2026 Windows 11 security update, with a notable expansion of AI capabilities at the operating system level. The headline feature is that Windows Narrator will now provide AI-powered image descriptions, and this works across both AI-enabled and non-AI devices. That distinction matters because it means you do not need a high-end machine with a dedicated neural processing unit to benefit from the feature. The update also brings changes to Smart App Control that eliminate the need for a full operating system reinstall, along with various user interface refinements. The rollout begins April 14th using Microsoft's controlled feature rollout process and applies to Windows 11 versions 24H2 and 25H2. While this might seem modest compared to the geopolitical and corporate maneuvering in the other stories we covered today, it is part of Microsoft's long-term strategy of embedding AI capabilities directly into the operating system layer. Rather than asking users to go find an AI tool or open a separate chat interface, Microsoft is making AI a background utility that just works as part of how you use your computer every day. And this is all building toward the broader Agent 365 enterprise rollout, where AI assistants will be deeply woven into productivity workflows across the Microsoft ecosystem. Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.